Hey, Bradley, two-parter for you. So first of all, 3.5 sacks last couple games. Are you feeling like your legs are completely back under you? And is that knee still in your mind?
Yeah, I feel like my legs back under me, and no, I don't feel like it's still on mine. I'm just going out there and trying to make plays as much as I can, and I feel like I can't do that if I'm over here thinking about how my knee feels every 5 seconds and feeling sorry for myself if it's not feeling, 100%. So I've been trying to be more of a leader, so I had to put that in the back of my head and do what's more important right now, and that's lead this team to get some more wins.
Second thing for you, I know back in your rookie year, you had that Snickers astronaut jacket that you decorated with achievements and whatnot. When you think back to that, does that seem like a long time ago? Is that jacket sitting in your closet collecting dust? And is there a new kind of promotion or goal on your mind for this year?
No promotions or anything right now at the time, but yeah, I mean, it does feel like a long time ago. I was just talking to somebody the other day and was telling them, like, I'm been in the league 3 years, played really 2, and it feels like I've been, I feel like it just flew past. So getting hurt that last year kind of like made it go by a little bit faster too as well. But I mean, at the end of the day, man, I've just been here for 3 years now, so I want to be more of a leader, more of a vocal leader, more of that guy in the locker room as much as I can, and try to do that. And I feel like if we continue to do that and build upon that, it's going to help us lead to more wins. And it flew by, but it's going good so far.
Next one, Zach Stevens.
Hey, Bradley, we've seen you get to the quarterback multiple ways. Against the Patriots, you bowled over the left tackle. When you think of yourself as a pass rusher, what way do you think yourself? How would you describe yourself?
I would describe myself as a guy that could, like, change it up on you. I could go speed moves and power moves. And, like, I like to be like a bull in the china shop, I just want to go in there and wreak as much havoc as I can. If I'm doing a stunt, I'm trying to hit the guard and make the guard knock the center over and that center knock the other guard. And just I'm trying to, like I said, be a bull. And my coach always tells me, like, you got to be that bully. You got to go out there and be a bully. And that's what I take that approach in the pass rush with, so it could be my power or my speed and just setting things up as well and letting it be a game of chess and not checkers and just using that the game within the game to set up those opponents.
Next one, Artie Stapleton.
Hey, Bradley, I got a two-parter for you. Number one, what is it like to face Patrick Mahomes? And number two, with the intensive protocols now that you guys are in and having to do virtual meetings, what are the challenges of that?
Facing Patrick Mahomes, he's the best player in the league at the moment right now. He's dynamic. He can run. He can pass. He can do everything. He got amazing deep ball and got great weapons around him as well that play hard for each other and play hard for him as well. And so when I look at the Chiefs team and look at Mahomes, I feel like he's the catalyst of that. And my job is to be, like I said, that bull in the china shop, be in his face as much as I can. And the whole front seven, we want to get in his face and disturb him as much as we can. Because like you said, he's a dynamic playmaker. He can move out the pocket and make plays deep downfield. So our main thing is just going to try to contain him as much as we can. And they're going to have their plays here and there because, like at the end of the day, like I say, he's the best player in the league. But we just can't let that get in our heads too much, and you just got to keep fighting and understand the big goal in mind is not going to be just one play; it's going to be the whole game. And then, what was the second part of the question again?
Well, having to do the virtual meetings because you're in this intensive protocol after Curtis Watkins. What's the challenges of that?
Challenges, I would say, just as a defense, we usually meet together and have that camaraderie, in the defensive room. And now we got to kind of meet in different rooms and just watch it on Zoom. But I feel like that's the biggest challenge, is hearing everybody's voices in that meeting and being able to see guys react to different plays and stuff like that. But we just can't make excuses. Like I said, we signed up for this, and we knew it was going to be some obstacles we had to jump through, and this is one of them. And at the end of the day, it's against one of our biggest opponents in our division, and we just got to just fight through it and make sure we got a game plan down, whether it be in person or virtual or whatever, and just go out there and play to 100%.
Next one, Troy.
Bradley, good to see you, my man.
Yes, sir.
It looked like you guys took everything that happened for the Patriots thing personally, and now you face a rivalry game where they've beaten you 9 straight times. Are guys tired of hearing that? Is it motivation that if this is going to be a rivalry, at some point we have to punch back?
Yeah, 100%. You for sure get tired of losing to this team for sure, because you see them, doing all this and winning the Super Bowls and stuff like that in our division. That you got to kind of take that personally, regardless if we beat them or not in the past year. So I feel like as a team, man, if we want to take that next step, this is the team that you got to take that next step against. And we want to be. We talk about all the things we want to be. Now we just got to go out there on Sunday and have that mindset. And we got to prepare like that throughout the entire week. and make sure everybody's on the same page. And like I said earlier, we got the obstacle of the virtual meetings right now, but we can't let that. We just got to put that behind us and can't let that sit too much on our heads, and just got to go out there and play to the best we can, 100%. And I feel like if we do that, we're for sure gonna have a great chance. And by the way we've been playing, by the way our offense has been playing, I feel like if we all on the same page 100%, it should be good for us for sure.
As a reminder, please use the lower your hand function if you no longer have a question. Next one, Andrew Mason.
Bradley, you alluded to becoming more of a leader and more of a vocal leader earlier in this Zoom conference. What have you learned about leadership from the last couple of years here and even before that in your football life?
I learned that, like, leadership, since I've been here, I learned that leadership, man, it takes a strong man to do it, because it's easy for a guy to get into the NFL and see a certain, you know what I'm saying, people doing things a certain way, and you know in your head that it's not done the right way or whatever and stuff like that. So it's kind of hard, because it's like in grown men in the locker room, guys are 10 years, 12 years older than you, but you got to still kind of step up and be that vocal leader. And I feel like I learned over the time, like, you just got to make plays. And if you out there talking and being the guy that everybody's looking at, you got to show the same thing on Sunday. You got to go out there on Sunday and make game-changing plays, get the ball back for your offense, get the touchdown that everybody, you know what I'm saying, that touchdown on the number one corner, or the touchdown on the, you know what I'm saying, number one linebacker. You just got to make those plays, and you got to show people that, okay, since this is the guy that we want to follow. He's out here doing everything, so he's telling us what to do. Now he's out here doing, you know what I'm saying, his thing. He's showing us how it's done. Now we got to follow that. So I feel like in the league, you just got to make those plays, and you got to be that guy on the field before you could, you know what I mean, really be that guy in the locker room and get the respect of your teammates. And over the years, I learned that leadership is not just one-track minded. You got to be open to be a leader. You got to know your teammates. You got to know that some people respond differently to other things. You got to, like, some people like being yelled at because it gets them going. Some people you got to, like, take to the side and talk to them like, hey, man, we need you to pick it up. We need you, blah, blah, blah. And that gets them going. So you just got to learn the guys you're dealing with. That's one thing I learned over time.
Guys, time for a few more. Next one, Eric.
Bradley, your rookie year at home is the closest you guys have gotten to beating the Chiefs here in the last few years. Anything you can take from the end of that game in terms of what it takes to finish against a guy like Mahomes, even with a lead in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's been what was holding us back these past 2 years is finishing out those games on defense and having the identity that we were going to be that team that's going to close out a game. And I feel like this year that we're in now, guys that started to buy into that, guys that started to realize, like, if we want to be everything we talk about, we got to go out there on Sunday and actually do it. And the Jets game and the Patriots game, it came down to us at the last minute, and we stuck it out. So we're starting to slowly build that identity on defense, and we just got to keep gaining that confidence, keep doing it, keep seeing it happen, and us doing it. And I feel like that's going to take us through the roof for sure.
Final one, Kyle Newman.
Bradley, were you frustrated by the lack of sacks your first 3 games this year, or did you just see that kind of as, you know, the curve to getting back to full health or scheme or whatever happened in those games?
Yeah, it is a little bit of both. Frustration because, like, at the end of the day, this is my job. I want to go out there and dominate and be the number one player at everything I do. And but I had to really, like, look back at myself and tell myself, like, okay, yeah, you didn't have preseason games. You didn't have an off season to, like, really feel it and stuff like that. So you just got to look at these games as I didn't say I was going to look at them as my pre-season games, but I had to, after those games were over, I was like, okay, now you know that you're good. You know everything. The hay is in the barn. You put all the work in. Now you got to go out there and do it. And like I said, if I wanted to step up and be that leader that I was talking about, that's why in that New York game I tried to do a little bit more, just a little ounce more in order to make it that game-changing play, in order to get my team's respect a lot more. And in order for me to keep talking and keep being that vocal leader, I feel like I just had to do that. So I just had to stop feeling sorry for myself after those first 3 games and tell myself, like, I'm good. I put the work in. The knees going to be fine. Just go out there and play.